Welcome to Grapplefuck FK, everyone. We are covering Rhys McKee against Alex Morono. This is on the prelims, right? Yeah, it's on the prelims. So Alex Morono, 17-6, 1-0 contest. He's quite experienced in the UFC. Rhys McKee, 10-3-0. His first fight in the UFC didn't go too well, but he came up against Khamzat. So let's get into the stats. Forget that fight. Rhys McKee's got a substantial height advantage and a substantial reach advantage. He's 3 inches taller and he's got a 6-inch reach in terms of arms and a 3-inch leg reach. 70% of his wins have come by KO, so he hits quite hard. And he's was he a Cage Warriors champion, Andrew?
He was,
Am
yeah.
I right in saying that? Yeah, he was. Morono has got quite a lot of subs and decisions and some TKOs and KOs. It has to be said that he is quite experienced in the UFC. I think he's had like eight or 9 UFC fights. So he's very experienced in the UFC. Significant strikes. For some reason, Rhys McKee's figures haven't been in, well, I guess he didn't really have any figures in his first fight, did he? Did he land anything against Khamzat? I don't think he did.
0.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's assess Morono's UFC figures here. 4.42 landed per minute, 3.1 absorbed. So that's good. Defense is pretty good as well. Grappling, takedown defense, very poor, 35%. But Rhys McKee doesn't strike me as a wrestler / grappler.
No.
Submission average, 0.56 per 15 minutes. He's coming off, is he coming off a loss? He's coming off a loss to...
That terrible guy we just did a prediction for.
He's not terrible. Can't be.
Safarov.
No. He's coming off a loss against the
Okay.
guy who's fighting Abdul Razak Hassan.
Yeah, Chaos Williams, who is also terrible. Yeah.
He's not terrible. I wouldn't say he's terrible. You can't be terrible and... Dude, you can't be terrible and knock someone out in 30 seconds.
You can get.
Let's say he's athletically gifted.
Athletically gifted without a sophisticated skill set, shall we say?
Yeah, but he's very explosive though. That guy, he is very explosive. Yeah. But anyway, let's get past that. We're comparing these two. Rhys McKee against Alex Morono. Rhys McKee has got some fucking terrible tattoos, but we'll go past that. Terrible stuff going on there. But
he's got a lion.
What do you think of these two? Sorry?
He's got a lion in a headdress on his stomach.
Yeah, he's got a lion, then he's got
an eagle.
I mean, it's still not Kevin Lee territory, but I'm not sure why fighters do this.
Pretty shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty shit. Why? I don't know. But what do you think about this fight, Andrew?
Well, straight off the bat, it's probably going to be a stand-up fight. Alex Morono has had 10 fights in the UFC, and he has literally never gone for a single takedown. Rhys McKee, as we know from his footage in the in Cage Warriors, he doesn't go for takedowns either. He's not a ground fighter. They're both strikers. They're both strikers in pretty different ways, mainly as a function of their heights. Alex Morono is a normal size welterweight. He's 5'11", fairly short reach for welterweight. That's 72 inches. While Rhys McKee is tall. Well,
Rhys McKee's got an abnormal reach for welterweight.
Yeah, 78 is a big reach.
Yeah.
So Alex Morono's skills. I mean, he's decent. I mean, he throws the jab. He counters nicely, and he mixes up between going first and countering, which is nice to see. He lands a lot. He's light on his feet. He's active, and he's got in every fight he does, he has a solid 2 rounds in him. High output, solid 2 rounds. Then he fades in the 3rd round, which I think will be significant, as I'll reveal later on. On the ground, we haven't really seen him on the ground, to my knowledge. I haven't watched all of his 10 fights. But he definitely likes to keep it standing.
Yeah, I haven't seen him on the ground as well.
Yeah. He doesn't have KO power. He lands a
But
lot.
Rhys McKee does, right? Rhys McKee's knocked a lot of people out in Cage Warriors.
Yeah, I think he's knocked out some people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at Rhys McKee's skill set, it's obviously the height. And I suspect he might actually be taller than 6'2". Some places are listing him as 6'3".
I don't think he's 6'3". I probably think he's 6'1", 6'2", but that's very tall for that weight.
Yeah, yeah.
6'3" is very. I don't think he's 6'3". 6'3", you're basically 1 inch shorter than Ngannou, dude.
Well, he's a tall guy. He's a tall guy.
No, he's pretty tall. Yeah, I mean, Khamzat 6'2". He looked the same height as Khamzat.
The reason I think, did he? Okay, fair enough. But the reason I think he might be 6'3" is because in his Cage Warrior fights, he's fighting guys who are like 5'11", and he is towering above them. And the guys he's fighting just cannot close the distance. Like, they're having to really, really lunge in to close the gap. So that makes me think he's really tall. They just can't reach him. He's so far away.
Yeah.
And that's his main strength. It's not his technical ability as I see it. His main strength is just that height and that reach. Because if you're fighting a guy like Rhys McKee, you really have to close that distance. You have to explode to close that gap. And that's
he's very tall.
And you're punching upwards 5 inches or 4 inches. And, you know, he's going to be standing further away as well. So you could go for a jab, but he can counter you with those big long arms before, and you even touch him. You know, that 6 inch reach advantage means a lot. It really means.
Yeah, that's huge, dude. That's huge.
And you really see that problem fighters have against Rhys McKee in a fight. There's a guy called somebody Goodwin in Cage Warriors, who is also 5'11", similar build to Alex Morono, similar kind of reach. He came out with really nice technical boxing, very light in his feet, really good footwork. He was closing the gap. He was landing on Rhys McKee. But the problem is that requires so much energy. So all the way out of range or be up close and closing the range requires an awful lot of cardio. And not many people can do that for a full 3 rounds. So this guy, Goodwin, against Rhys McKee, looked fantastic in the first round, won the first round. But into the second, he starts to slow down, he starts to fade, and he just starts missing more and more and more. Those punches they're not landing. Then, of course, Rhys McKee can just pop you off on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't even need sophisticated boxing when you're that long.
No.
A jab, a simple 1-2, and then the opening emerges, and you can finish it.
A few kicks. Yeah.
Exactly. So, how do you see it?
Exactly how you've said. I mean, from what I've seen from Alex, he's not really a grappler, is he? I think grapplers are the main threat to Rhys McKee. Obviously, going from the Khamzat Chimaev fight. I mean, Khamzat Chimaev is a standout grappler, in my opinion. But yeah, I think this will be a stand-up bout. I think Alex is a lot more experienced than him. He's got a lot of wins in the UFC. He's got some losses as well, but he's a lot more experienced. But I think that height and reach advantage is substantial. 3 inches taller and 6 inches in reach, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
And a lot younger as well. A lot younger.
Was he 26 or something?
Yeah, like Rhys McKee's like 25. I mean, Morono's not old. He's like 30, but Rhys McKee's like a, up and coming 25-year-old fighter or something. He just came up. He came up against a monster. We're yet to see how good Khamzat is, but we know he's definitely in that top 20, top 30 range at the moment. Like he can kill like anywhere from 25 to 40 ranked people. He can just absolutely murder them. I just think he came up against the wrong guy in his UFC debut. It was unfortunate for him.
Very unfortunate. I think the UFC has chosen this fight carefully for him. Chosen another striker just to give him a chance,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
For me, this fight comes down to whether Alex Morono can close the distance.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I've kind of got an answer for that, because Alex Morono a few years back fought a guy called Kyle Noke, who's 6'2", and got a 76-inch reach. So similar kind of, a little bit shorter than
It's his
Rhys
first
McKee.
fight.
Sorry?
It's his first fight. He won by split decision.
Yes.
But how did he win this? He got outlanded 59-43.
It was a little bit of a robbery.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think he lost because, as you
Yeah.
said, he got outlanded by a fairly significant margin.
Yeah.
So this is a
And
good
Kyle.
fight to see how
Oh, sorry.
he will
Yeah.
do, how Moreno will do against another taller fighter. And again, I mean, Morono had the problem of closing the distance. He wasn't able to land that many shots. And one of part of Morono's game plan is to counter as people come in. That's very difficult to do when someone's got a massive reach advantage, even if they're coming
Yeah.
through. Counter and you're just missing because you're 3-4 inches away from their face. So he struggled. He struggled fighting at range. He struggled fighting out Morono's range, and he couldn't close that gap sufficiently enough. So that tells me Rhys McKee, probably, despite being probably the technically worst fighter, probably could do quite well against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that because Rhys McKee looked very good before he joined the UFC. I just think he got paired up with an absolute animal that is unfortunate for him.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Khamzat, we don't know if he's top 10 material, but I think he can be a few of the top 15 in welterweight and middleweight, in my opinion, already. Whether he can beat who he's supposed to be fighting soon, Leon Edwards, I don't think he can beat Leon Edwards. I think it's a step too far in my opinion. But Leon Edwards is an elite fighter, but he came up against. He's very unlucky. He was very unlucky in that fight.
Yeah.
I think he's a good fighter. I think he can do well. He needs to take his time. He's a young guy. But the problem I see with Rhys McKee is ground game and grappling, and Alex Morono doesn't really present that.
Well, he doesn't. He's had 10 fights, hasn't gone for a single takedown.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, for example, just as one example, when Kyle Noke took him down, Morono was attacking ankle locks. So there's a jiu-jitsu game there.
Yeah. Well, what kind of belt is he? Do you know? Or
Alex Morono, I don't know.
Okay.
Rhys McKee is a purple belt. So I'm wondering, is there an outside chance that Morono could go for the takedown? Having seen how badly he got mauled by Khamzat, is that going to make him think?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, Morono's a lot more experienced and he's fought a lot better opposition. And that has to be taken into consideration. Forget the 6-inch reach advantage and the 3-inch height advantage. He's been fighting in the UFC for a long time. So he's got a lot of experience. You can't discount that, but he doesn't go for takedowns.
But he might decide to.
He might decide to, but his takedown accuracy is 0%. So he's never gone for a takedown. He's never scored a takedown. However, he does go for submissions. When he gets taken down, he goes for submissions. I'm not sure what kind of jiu-jitsu guy this guy has. Jiu-jitsu game this guy has. Has he got? So he had a guillotine choke against someone in round 1. But that's just one out of what, 8-9 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this will be a stand-up fight. And if it's a stand-up fight, I think I have to give the edge to Rhys McKee here. He's just a lot longer, and I mean that reach advantage is huge.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Moreno will have difficulty closing the gap. But the thing is, there's the difference in competition is pretty large.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And it's not impossible that Morono will just completely batter this guy.
Yeah, I mean, this is not one I'll bet on now at all, to be honest. Yeah, it's hard to work this one out because although Rhys McKee has done quite well in Cage Warriors and so on, Morono's just had what? Let's count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's had 10 fights in the UFC, dude. 10 fights.
Hmm.
That's serious, man. That's a lot of experience.
It is. So that does worry me. The difference in competition does worry me. But for me, this comes down to the reach. It comes down to Alex Morono not being able to not being able to really reach Rhys McKee's chin because it's too far away. And also, I think crucially, I think Moreno can win the first round. I think at some point in the second round, Rhys McKee takes over because Moreno is going to get tired. And then from that point is all Rhys McKee. Bear in mind that Moreno is not going to get a finish, probably. So if we're thinking that Moreno is not going to outland Rhys McKee, he's going to need that KO. So if it goes to decision, he's probably going to lose to Rhys McKee.
Yeah, I can see that.
And also in some of his fights in the third round, Moreno has been very tired. I mean, the output drop goes off a cliff in the third round. He was very tired. Now, we don't know what Rhys McKee looks like in the third round because he hasn't gone to a third round.
Yeah.
But he doesn't move. That's the thing. Guys like Alex Morono, they dance around on the balls of their feet. They circle around. They jump in and out. That requires an awful lot of energy. Rhys McKee's style doesn't. He just kind of stands there, walks forward, pumps the jab. He can do that all day.
Yeah, he's a lot taller. He's a lot longer. So.
Yeah.
He can take those kind of chances.
So let's look at the odds.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see I'm interested to see what the odds are, because Rhys McKee got battered in his first fight. Alex Morono's coming off a loss where he got battered as well, very, very quickly. But I still suspect maybe Rhys McKee's a favorite here. Slight favorite.
Okay, well.
I may be wrong. I don't know. Alex Morono's got a lot more experience.
So Moreno is a -175 favorite.
Yeah, fair enough.
McKee is a +138 underdog.
You know what? I like McKee as an underdog in this, seriously.
So do I, yeah.
I think he can do well in this fight.
Yeah, so do I. I'm giving a slight edge to McKee, maybe 55, 57, 60%.
Yeah.
I mean, the implied odds of him winning are 42%. So there's loads of value there for me. Loads of value. This isn't one I put in the comes.
No way.
But as an individual bet, I think this is a good bet on McKee.
Yeah. I think McKee could do well in this fight. I think people will be surprised if he comes in with like a composed game plan. I think he can do well.
Yeah, I mean, he composed. I mean, after his absolute beatdown, what's his mental state going to be?
I mean, he didn't look too disheartened by that. I think he got fucked. He got fucked up, and he probably saw Khamzat KOing Mearshot in 17 seconds at a higher weight division than him a few weeks later, and he probably thought, "Wait a minute, this guy is." Although we don't know if Khamzat is elite, we do know he is a serious guy. You can't just be fucking diverging between weight divisions and KOing people. That's not normal.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's top 10, if he's elite, if he's going to win a belt, but he's a serious fighter. So I wouldn't read too much into that, because anyone who's coming, I mean, dude, just someone who's making their debut coming up against Khamzat, that's not good. That is not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brutal first.
It's a
introduction to
brutal
the
fight.
UFC,
It's a brutal fight. Yeah, it's a brutal fight. Yeah, it really is. Especially for someone from the UK. And we've mentioned, we don't have a wrestling base here.
Yeah.
These Russians grow up on wrestling. As soon as they take you down, you're not getting back up. So I wouldn't read too much into that, because Morono's not going to take him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've literally just bet on McKee, so there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Summarized, mate. Summarized. Getting on to predictions, I think McKee can do this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Method of victory and round.
I think maybe TKO KO third round.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Just because, Morono fades.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fades. So yeah, I think this is. I mean, we could be wrong about this, but I think given the odds and what we know about,
we could be. I mean, Morono's a lot more experienced, right? So, but
yeah,
I think Rhys McKee can do this.
Yeah.
Maybe we're being biased. I don't know. Who cares?
Well, why would we be biased?
He's British.
Yeah, but that doesn't impact my judgment. I don't really care if someone's British or not. I mean, if they're shit, they're shit.
Yeah, they're shit. They're shit. Yeah, good point.
I mean, I don't like.
No, he's not shit. I think he's a good fighter. I think he can do relatively well. I mean, he's not going to fucking contend for the belt, in my opinion, but I think he can do pretty well.
I think he's the kind of guy who can win a few fights.
Work on his grappling. He can get to a certain stage. He's young. Work on your grappling. Do some wrestling. Maybe have some camps in America. Possibly even Dagestan if he's got the balls for it. I don't know.
Chechnya,
Chechnya, yeah. Just go for fucking wrestling camp in Chechnya and Dagestan for 2 months. Why not?
That'll sort him out. Yeah.
Yeah. Learn some real wrestling.
Yeah. Come on, Rhys, you fucking pussy. Do it.
But no, I think he's good. So yeah, I've got third round, Rhys McKee.
Yeah, me too.
Just tell him to get rid of his tattoos, mate, because they look fucking horrible.
It's like a uniform now, tattoos. Every fighter needs tattoos.
Yeah, why is this? What's going on with this tattoo thing and with MMA fighters? Like, it's just like, so some tattoos look all right, but like Kevin Lee, like, oh.
I mean,
I don't know about that, mate. That's
yeah.
That's
Would you ever get a tattoo, Walid?
Maybe a very small one. I'm not really a tattoo kind of person. I think I've told you this before. I don't really, not to offend any of our viewers or whatever, if anyone does have tattoos, for me, it's I just don't see the point in them.
I can see you maybe getting like a butterfly on your ass or something.
Nah, not anytime soon. No.
Like a dolphin.
Just get a massive cock on my ass. Spunk coming out of it. No, honestly, I don't see the point of tattoos. I just don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, before everybody got tattoos, because everyone has tattoos now in the last 10 years. Everyone has a fucking tattoo.
Yeah.
Maybe if this was 20 years ago when people didn't, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah, 20 years ago when people didn't have tattoos, if you came out with something interesting, cock on your ass maybe with sperm coming out. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Well,
no, but
if you really want a cock on your ass, I'll pay.
No, I don't want a cock on my
tattoo
ass.
part, and I'll pay for it.
No, there's anything wrong with that.
It'll cost
it's 2020. There's nothing wrong with that, but personally, I don't want a cock on my ass.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a butterfly.
A butterfly.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But
a gay butterfly with a
going back to the fight, Andrew. Going back to the fight. I think Rhys McKee. I think Rhys McKee can do this.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
60% of the time, he wins every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Sex Panther. But what are we? We're normally right, what, 85, 90% of the time, every time?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, we've got a legion of fans that we thank.
Legion,
Jay, Rusty, we've got our hardcore fans out there, and we give you guys a shout out, but we're just not getting the love, man. Like, where are the other guys?
I know, Matt. I know.
What is going on, Andrew?
What are we doing wrong?
I don't know. We're not even doing this for money. We're both corporate guys. Hopefully our companies don't see this, but we're literally doing this for, well, our own enjoyment, obviously, and for people to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, just giving something back to the community.
Yeah, we really are.
Yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get noticed soon. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, we'll be on ESPN soon. Don't worry.
ESPN.
They'll pay us like $500,000 a year. You know, we'll be sorted.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I've got Rhys McKee.
All right, sick.
Oh fuck, it's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's tomorrow. Fuck. Okay. All right, folks. Well, thank you for watching. We've both got Rhys McKee. I think he's gonna finish Morono in the 3rd round. Andrew?
Yep, same. 3rd round.
3rd round. Yeah. Well, there you go. What are we gonna do? We're not gonna do any more predictions because the fights are tomorrow. So tune in for the fights tomorrow, guys and girls. Just tune in because we're amazing. Just fucking tune in. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Just tune in. Yeah.
Well, he's had a few drinks, so this is.
I've had a few. We've all had a few.
Long to.
Yeah, we've had a few.
Yeah.
But honestly, thank you to everyone. Rusty, Jay, all the usual crew.
Bama
Yaga. Bama Yaga, exactly. Everyone out there, thank you for watching. We really appreciate this. Hopefully we can all get together one day and just share our millions of pounds. That's a dream. That's a dream. Yeah. But yeah, I've had a few.
Yeah.
And by a few, I mean 7 or 8.
I can tell. Yeah.
7 or 8. 7 or 8.
7 or 8. Fuck me.
Yeah.
That's a lot, Walid.
That is a lot. That is a lot. You got to do what you got to do, mate. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But
fuck me.
No. Yeah, I think Rhys McKee 3rd round.
Yeah, I think we covered that, Walid. I think we.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah.
Suck my balls, Andrew. How's about that? You can suck my balls.
Okay. Just quickly, who do you think is going to win?
Morono. No, Rhys McKee.
Okay. Me too.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get another chocolate brownie out. You guys keep it real out there. You know we're right 85% of the time, possibly even 90%. I think we might be getting to 90% territory.
It's about that.
We're getting there. We're actually getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're making money. Subscribe, like, you make money too. But it's not just about the money. It's about the MMA analysis, and it's about the passion.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's inspiring.
Yeah, it is.
That's really touched my heart.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give you something to touch, boy. No, I'm joking. I'm messing around. But anyway, thanks, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch everyone soon. Take care.